So today's lesson is finding the surface area of triangular prisms. And we want to talk about the different types of triangular prisms we can have. This shape here, because it has an isosceles triangle, so on this end it's an isosceles triangle, we think of this as like a tent shape, okay? So we need to find all the areas of every surface just like we did with rectangular. But remember, we have different shapes. We have two triangles and then the three rectangles in the middle. I'm going to start with my two triangle ends. So I have a triangle edge, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units across. Okay, and then the height makes that right angle. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So for my triangle, it's 6 times 4, and then triangles we divide by 2. So 24 divided by 2 is 12. My triangles each have an area of 12 and 12. So the top one is 12, the bottom one is 12. Now you'll notice that a triangular prism has 3 rectangles. First one I made pink, 2, the second one I made orange, and 3, the third one I made green. Sometimes they're the same, sometimes they're different, sometimes 2 are the same and 1 is different. So we have to think about these as individual shapes. Let's start with pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 times 4 has a space of 20. Area is 20. Orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 times 4. That area is 24. And green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it has an area of 20. Now, my pink and my green triangle or rectangles are the same because it's isosceles, so 2 sides are the same. And so I have all my individual areas, and we know that we take all of these 5 areas for triangular prisms and add them up. So I have 24 is 48, and 40, it's 88. And when I add them all up together, I'm going to add my label. I don't know it this time, so I'm going to say units. And area is 2D, so it's units squared. And there we have it. Now, here's another net, and this is actually a right triangular prism, but it works the same way. We have the 2 triangle shapes, and then the 3 rectangular shapes. We just need to make sure that we find the proper areas of each. So let's start with my matching triangles, which is kind of nice. Because triangles are the bases, they have to be the same. Making them both blue. I'm going to count this top one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 12 times 5 divided by 2. And when I do that math, I get 30 and 30. Don't forget, triangles are divided by 2, and we have 2 of them, so we have 30 here and 30 here. Now I have 3 rectangles, so let's do one at a time. I have a green one right here. I know it's 5 on this edge by 2. 5 times 2 is 10, so my first triangle is 10. My second rectangles, is this one here. I know its edges is 12 by 2, and 12 times 2 is 24. So I have 24 there. And my last rectangle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 by 2, which is 26 and 26. Notice in this case, even though it would fold up to be a right triangular prism, my 3 rectangles are all different. So it's really important that we count those rectangles and we do the math on them because they may not always be the same. So we can't make any assumptions now with triangular prisms. Then we add this all together. 30 and 30 is 60, 70. And then if I put these together, that's an even 50, and 70 plus 50 is 120. And once again, it's units since there's no label, and it's squared because it's area, which is 2-dimensional. Now we're also going to do one off of your assignment. So we have a triangular prism and we just need to find our surface area. They drew a net for us and they put some labels on this net for us. Some things I want us to remember and consider. If this triangle edge is 5, then the side that would fold to meet it would also be 5. And same on the other side. Now, this is a nice isosceles triangle, so then we have 5 on these other edges as well. If the base of my triangle is 6, the base of the triangle on my other end is also 6. And then lastly, if my triangle is 12 feet deep, all of these other edges would also be 12 feet. Okay, now the nice thing is we have nets. We have our 2 triangle ends and our 3 rectangles. Notice the 3 rectangles are not the same, so we have to be careful with our math. The first one is 5 by 12. 5 by 12 is 60. Second one is 6 by 12, which is 72. And the third one is back to being 5 by 12, which is 60. The rectangles are the easy part. Now, for the triangles, we need to find the area of those triangles. When we look at these triangles, I can see the base of my triangle is 6 times the height. Base and height made a right angle. Now, this assignment's not great because it only gave us the outside angles. We're going to use that same value for the height. We're going to say the height is 5 of my triangles and then triangle divided by 2. So each triangle is going to be 15. The nice thing is my triangles will always be the same. The last thing I need to do is add this all together. So I have 15 plus 15 plus 60 plus 72 plus 60. And when I add this all up, I get 222 feet squared. So there's my surface area. And you're going to do the same thing for everyone on your assignment.